Chapter 17 and 18. The Great Beast. Back in the tunnel, he paused so that Mr. Fox would brick up the hole in the wall. He was humming to himself as he put the bricks back in place. I can still taste that glory cider, he said. What an impudent fellow rat is. He has bad manners, Badger said. All rats have bad manners. I've never met a polite rat yet. He drinks too much, said Mr. Fox, putting the last brick in place. There we are. Now, home to the feast. They grabbed their jars of cider and off they went. Mr. Fox was in front. The smallest fellow came next, and Badger last. Along the tunnel they flew, past the turning that led to Bunce's mighty storehouse, past Boggs's chicken house number 1, and up the long home stretch towards the place where they knew Mrs. Fox would be waiting. Keep up, my darling, shouted Mr. Fox. We'll soon be there. Think what's waiting for us at the other end. And just think what we're bringing home with these new jars. That ought to cheer up poor Mrs. Fox. Mr. Fox sang a little song as he ran. Home again swiftly I glide, back to my beautiful bride. She'll not feel so rotten as soon as she's got some cider. Inside her set inside. And Badger joined in. Oh, poor Mr. Badger, Mrs. Badger, he cried. So hungry she very near died. And she'll not feel so hollow. Only she'll swallow some cider inside her inside. They were still singing as they rounded the fine corner and burst in upon the most wonderful and amazing sight any of them had ever seen. The feast was just beginning. A large dining room had been hollowed out of the earth, and in the middle of it, seated on a huge table, were also 24. They were Mrs. Fox and 3 small foxes, Mrs. Badger and 3 small badgers, Mole and Mrs. Mole and 4 small moles, Rabbit and Mrs. Rabbit and 5 small rabbits, Weasel and Mrs. Weasel and 6 small weasels. The table was covered with chickens and ducks and geese and hams and bacon, and everyone was tucking into the lovely food. My darling, cried Mrs. Fox, jumping up and hugging Mr. Fox. We couldn't wait. Please forgive us. And she hugged the smallest fox of all. And Mrs. Badger hugged Badger, and then everyone hugged everyone else. And shouts of joy, the great jars of cider were placed on the table. Mr. Fox, Badger, and the smallest fox sat down with the others. You must remember that no one had eaten a thing for several days. They were ravenous. So for a while there was no conversation at all. There was only the sound of crunching and chewing as the animals attacked the succulent food. At last Badger stood up. He raised his glass of cider and called out, "A toast! I want you to all stand and drink a toast to our dear friend who has saved our lives this day, Mr. Fox." To Mr. Fox, they all shouted, standing up and raising their glasses. To Mr. Fox, long may he live. Then Mrs. Fox got shyly to her feet and said, I don't want to make a speech, but I just want to say one thing. And it is this. My husband is a fantastic fox. Everyone clapped and cheered. And Mr. Fox himself stood up. This delicious meal began. He stopped. In the silence that followed, he let out it. They let fly a tremendous belch. There was laughter and more clapping. This delicious meal, my friends, he went on, is by courtesy of Messrs. Focus, Wonts and Bean. More cheering and laughter. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I have. They let fly another colossal belch. Better out than in, said Badger. Thank you, said Mr. Fox, grinning hugely. But now, my friends, let us be serious. Let us think of tomorrow and the next day and the days after that. If we go out, we'll be killed, right? Right, they shouted. We'll be shot before we've gone a yard. Exactly, said Mr. Fox. Who wants to go out anyway? Let me ask you this, that. We're all diggers, every one of us. We hate the outside. The outside is full of enemies. We only go out because we have to get food for our families. But now, my friends, we have an entirely new setup. We have a safe tunnel leading to 3 of the finest stores in the world. We do indeed, Badger. I've seen it. And you know what this means, said Mr. Fox. It means that none of us need ever go out in the open again. There was a buzz of excitement around the table. I therefore invite you all, Mr. Fox went on, to stay here with me forever. Forever, they cried. My goodness, how marvelous. And Rabbit said to Mrs. Rabbit, right here, just think. We're never going to be shot at again in our lives. We'll make, said Mr. Fox, a little underground village with streets and houses on each side, separate houses for badgers and moles and rabbits and weasels and foxes. And every day I'll go shopping for you all. And every day we'll eat like kings. The cheering that followed this speech went on for many minutes. Chapter 18. They are still waiting in the rain. Outside the fox's hole, Buckus and Bunce and Bean sat beside their tents with their guns on their laps. It's beginning to rain. Water was trickling down the necks of the three men and into their shoes. You won't stay down there much longer, Buckus said. The root must be famished, Bunce said. That's right, Bean said. He'll be making a dash for you. Amon, keep your guns handy. They sat there by the hole, waiting for the fox to come. And so far as I know, they're still waiting. Ha! Good on them. And that's the end of the book. Thanks, boys and girls.